Sometimes I had too many beers, which I gladly do, and which I fully embrace. Automatic. Still is. I liked beer. I still like beer. Automatic. Still is. But I did not drink beer to the point of blacking out. When I was in town, I spent much of my time working out, lifting weights, or hanging out and having some beers with friends. Animal House, Caddyshack, and Fast Times at Ridgemont High. Working out, lifting weights, too many beers. Automatic. Still is. Many nights I worked out with other guys. Maybe it was because I'm an only child and had no sisters. Many of us became friends with students at local Catholic all-girls schools. Amy, or Maura, or Megan, or Nikki. Sometimes I had too many beers, which I gladly do, and which I fully embrace. Working out, automatic. Blacking out, automatic. Catholic all-girls schools, automatic. Still is.
Welcome. Couch Beers Republic.
Automatic. Still is. Hey,
Still is.
My office chair's in the shot.
Hey.
Get out of here.
Get out of here.
Okay, now that we got that out of the way, literally.
Wow.
Welcome back. Couch Beers 2022. And this
Wow.
is episode 22.
Really?
Yeah. I just was looking at the list.
Oops. Well, it's automatic. What'd you give me? Is this good?
It's Moonman.
This is
It's
good.
a New Glarus. So they're famous for Spotted Cow, but I think Moonman's better.
I'll allow it. Yeah, it tastes pretty good.
I got the Spotted
Still is.
Cow. I thought you should have the Moonman. It's automatic.
That's my 2022
That's your theme song?
maybe theme song, but I was going to say slogan, you know. It's everything's automatic. It still is too.
Well, I'm happy for you.
Oh my gosh. Well, what is new? It is our first episode of the new year.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Yeah, just crazy. It's like everything gets so busy.
Yeah.
Everything so happens, you know. It's
Yeah.
just like life slaps you in the face.
We made a lot of updates to the house since you've been here.
Yeah, I
Showed
didn't
you around
recognize
a
it.
little
I almost drove right by it.
bit. Yeah. Well, I did put a new light on the outside. I don't know if you recognize
Oh,
that.
and I saw the Ring camera, so you can see
Yep.
all your creeper
Yep.
friends.
It's not a Ring camera though.
It's
It's off-brand.
Amazon one. Oh,
It's off-brand. I don't even remember what it's called.
so like the
Starts with a
iPhone
E.
with the triangle button.
No. But I bought it because you don't have to pay like a subscription fee for it.
Oh, bougie! You just
Yeah.
hook it up to the Wi-Fi network or what?
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. It's pretty sweet.
All right. Well, what's new with you? Tell me what is new with your life.
I did notice the other day, I had this realization that there's all kinds of commercials now with bands that you introduced me to. Have you seen these? I've been watching a lot of football.
Give me some examples.
Don't remember what the commercial was for, but there was a Lawrence song. Don't Lose Sight.
Hell yeah.
Then there was another one. I couldn't remember the name of the band, but it was like that one chick we went and saw at the place in Dinkytown. You remember? Do you know who I'm talking about?
Was it? Yeah. Oh my gosh! It was Super Bloom. That group.
That was the
group?
song, Super Bloom.
It's like a group name. It's not a chick, right?
Yeah,
It's,
yeah.
But she's the
She's
singer.
like the lead.
Yeah. It's Super. Oh my gosh.
I don't remember what they're called. Mr. Wives.
Mr. Wives.
Yeah.
Yeah. Weird
Super
name.
Bloom. Actually, that might not have been the song that the commercial was, but anyway.
But
it was
Mr. Wives.
Mr. Wives. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
There was a Surfaces commercial.
Yeah. Thank you for introducing me to them.
Yeah.
I
I
hear
was
them
on
a lot.
Surfaces before anybody else, so I'm cool.
Dope.
Also, I was on Lizzo before anybody else. I was a fan of Truth Hurts like 2 years before it blew up on the radio. So
Does Belinda know you were on Lizzo?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
All right. Well, cool. I'm glad I expanded your mind, Neo.
I appreciate it.
What do you got on your docket?
Oh
Or do you want me to like start just yakking?
no, actually, I got something that's not even written on here. Just today, breaking news.
Yep.
Breaking news. I figured out how to turn my
Left.
LinkedIn
Oh.
on dark mode.
Oh my god.
It only took me like 2 months, but
That's okay. At least you did it.
Yeah,
How do you feel about it?
I like it.
Are
It's
you
much
like
better.
are you super into LinkedIn like me now?
No,
Okay.
I do check my LinkedIn more than I did before.
Hell yeah, man. When you make
And I
that
blame you
your
for that.
exclusive, like, well, I've tapered off a little of the LinkedIn because it's
Really?
Well, I realized this. I realized I was getting like angrily frustrated, if that even makes sense.
Yeah.
About I guess I just said a lot more personal stuff more than professional stuff, and
Yeah.
it kind of bothered me where I thought it doesn't belong on LinkedIn. Whether it be like I saw a lot of this and it really ticked me off, and I thought I'd be the bigger person and not post or comment, but it's kind of like these people who are like, oh my gosh, like tragedy strikes, and they use that as a way to make a LinkedIn post.
Mm.
I just have a big problem with that. Like that's
Yeah. it is-
using your tragedy or someone else's tragedy as a way to project yourself above others, or like
Right.
to get likes. I mean, I don't understand the purpose. It grinds my gears. But I had an evolution this morning.
I'm here for it.
So have you heard of the I am normal paradox or hypothesis?
No.
It's pretty. I heard, like, I didn't know it existed until I heard about it. So driving to work, they say, oh, I'm listening to an audiobook, and it's just like the reason a lot of people can't understand other people or choose not to or can't figure whatever, communicate is really the word
Yeah.
I'm looking for. The I am normal paradox or hypothesis is most people, what is it? They think the world treats everyone like the world treats them. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So that's me to a T.
So
That's why I don't understand half the stuff that's going on. Like, I don't understand how people feel, because I'm like, that's not how it is.
Yeah.
But that's
Yep.
because I'm living in my I am normal.
Right.
Like, what is normal?
Like experiences you have had, you expect that other people in that same situation would have the same experience.
Yeah, or like how I'm treated at a gas station.
Mm-hmm.
They treat everyone like they treat me.
Right. Which is not true.
Not so.
Yeah.
So I just I heard that and I was like, whoa, wait a minute.
Sometimes like you can hear, because that same thought I'm sure has been expressed a million ways,
Mhm.
but when you just hear it a certain way that it clicks with you, yeah,
Yeah.
that's a cool feeling.
So I was like, this whole day I was just like, I was working and I'm just like, I'm just kind of like, I was just pondering that the whole day, like,
Yeah.
whoa, like I am wrong about so much stuff right now. And it was like, I mean, it was a cool, humbling, like, feeling, but then it was also like an enlightening, like, okay, now I can kind of, I don't know, just kind of like, not practice, but kind of practice not using that theory or that,
Like trying to put yourself in someone else's
like,
shoes.
I am not normal. What is normal?
Yeah.
You just cut. Oh, did you do? I think
My
you just
touching
cut.
stuff?
Yeah, I think I cut out for half a second.
Oh, I
Unless
didn't miss you, but
Oh, maybe my earbuds cut out.
I'm all wrapped up in the cords down here.
You're wrapped up. Ooh, doot, 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 doot.
I think we're good.
I can't hear.
You can't hear you?
No. Oh, there I can.
I
Now
think
can.
it's just your headphones, but here, let me
Okay.
just jam them in.
No, you're good. But yeah, anyway, so I had that. It's crazy that it happened this morning, so I'm like, whoa. But I thought I'd share that just because I think everyone should. I don't know, like think about that.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't have to practice it like I'm gonna do, but like
Yeah.
think about it. Like that's kind of how I operated. Whatever. My day-to-day life was like I kind of operated based on, I am normal,
Mm-hmm.
but also, I don't know. It's just like it's a weird thing where I think, whatever, call it butterfly effect or something like, or ripple effect or something, like your actions, whether they're good intended or not, may have different effects that you don't know about.
Yeah.
So anyway,
I think the world would be a better place if everyone was 5% more empathetic.
only 1%.
Yeah.
Any
Yeah.
percent.
Even just like making the conscious effort to try and give people the benefit of the doubt and try and see the world from their eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, 100%. I think that comes down to communication. People listen to respond, they don't actually listen to understand, and that's why people either argue and raise their voices, and it's like, you're not listening to me. Almost like you're listening, but you're not hearing me.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's a cool thing, but damn me for learning this when I'm freaking 29, right? I mean,
I think one issue is that, like, with social media in general, is that, well, two major things come together and have a terrible impact. One, every social media site, LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, whatever, is like designed to keep you there and keep you engaged. So the most engaging things are controversial topics. And the other thing is that nuance and I guess what I'm trying to say, it's hard to get your point across in text form because there's so much to like speech and the English language and emphasis that does not come across in text, but especially like limited character text, that it's hard to communicate complex topics.
And if you do try to like do reasonable, like using words to communicate, people will read the first sentence of it and then they'll take a stance based on what they think it means. Like they'll react to it, whereas they're not like, hold on, let me read this whole thing through.
Yeah.
Going slightly off topic, but I watched this morning the Joe Rogan apology.
That's funny. I actually watched that today too.
So what were your thoughts on that?
I listened to Joe Rogan a lot, like a few years ago, because I think he has on really interesting people. Like half of his shows. Okay, there's like three different versions, right? There's the one where he's just talking to his comedian buddies, the ones where he's talking to like MMA people, and then the one where he's talking to like authors and scientists and like those kind of people. And the third one is my favorite, the authors and scientists and stuff. And I kind of like, for a while I listened to most of them, but I got really bored of the comedian ones because it's usually just them BSing about stuff they don't really know about,
Yeah.
And probably very similar to this podcast. Anyway, the one like where he's talking to scientists and stuff, it's so cool because it's very rare that you hear like 3-hour conversations with people like that. Usually it's like 5-minute interviews on TV, which you don't get a lot of substance from. Which I think is really why he blew up, like why his podcast became as popular as it is. But from like, and I made this realization, and maybe it's kind of why I stopped listening to him as much as I was, but I don't think he realizes the impact that he has on like modern men, especially because that's most of the people he listens to or that listen to him. and like he would kind of brush off things that like if he had someone on, and I don't really even fault him for it, but he would I think he minimized or he underestimated the amount of impact he had on people. But yeah, I mean, I think he's I legitimately think he's like a good person and has good views. Like I think anybody that is just flat out does not like Joe Rogan, that would call themselves like a Democrat or a leftist, whatever, hasn't really hasn't really listened to what he has to say. Like, go listen to his podcast with Bernie Sanders. He like agreed with all of Bernie Sanders, like really far left points, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think he gets more flack than is deserved. And I think he really does I don't know. I think it's not as bad as people make him out to be.
Yeah, I think I've never really listened to a lot of his podcasts. I watched a few and listened to a few before he went with Spotify. Because as you know, I'm a YouTube music guy.
I'm aware.
But the reason I like Joe Rogan in general, regardless of what he talks about, is the way the conversations are structured. Like you get a lot out of a conversation for 3 hours
right.
or plus, and he's just like, tell me, explain this to me, like, help me. This is what I think, whatever. Like, why am I wrong? Like, you know, he's like trying to seek not necessarily the truth, but just trying to understand people's point of view and how they get there. And I really think that's I think that's a great skill and that people should try to mirror, right?
Yeah.
They should try to mimic digging for the truth.
Yeah.
But not digging for an answer, digging for their answer.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. But the apology, I thought it was a great apology, quote unquote apology. I mean, he did technically, but I think he was pressured to do that. That's what I think that was.
Or maybe he wasn't actually, but he felt pressured.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think he felt the pressure, or he at least, I don't know, because there's so much funny stuff. Yeah, I don't know. I liked the apology. I thought it was super, like, you could tell it was on his terms.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, he didn't have to apologize. Controversy sells.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
But
he's never really been that kind of person. And he kind of
exactly.
addressed that, like in his apology, you know.
Yeah. I think it's funny. I mean, people are reacting, like, for instance, you know, Neil Young and, like, I don't know, some other artists pulled their music from Spotify, and then they're like, oh my gosh, Spotify's like lost $4 billion in market cap. I'm like, Neil Young has the power to take out the markets. I just laugh so damn hard at that, and that's like headlines. People are buying that crap. I mean, crap.
Yeah,
people were believing that. I'm like, I don't.
It's just it's another one of those things that it just is about grabbing people's attention, because I was actually talking to my dad about this exact thing. When was that? Yesterday? The day before? Anyway. And I'm like, yeah, of course, like, they're going to keep Joe Rogan on Spotify over Neil Young, because I guarantee he makes them more money. Like, it just comes down to that, you know?
100%.
Yeah.
I was just laughing because I'm like, I don't even know what Neil Young's net worth is, but I don't think it's $4 billion.
No.
And if people are listening to Neil Young over Joe Rogan, I mean, then I think Spotify's got a problem. Like,
yeah, and you know, my dad told me this. SiriusXM, the day that Neil Young removed his music from Spotify, opened up a Neil Young channel on Sirius. Isn't that awesome?
That's a power move.
He told me, my dad did, that the reason Neil Young is like so vocal about the vaccines and stuff is because he had polio as a kid.
Oh,
which I did not know.
I did not know that either.
Yeah. So there's a fun fact.
Yeah.
Really not so fun fact, but
Yeah, it's kind of a fact. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what you do with that fact.
yeah.
Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Is it Regis
there you
dead? Regis is dead,
go.
right?
No way. He's still alive.
Are you sure?
It's got to be.
Continue with your list.
Okay, so how about a little bit more lighthearted topic?
Hold on.
Regis Philbin, age.
Dead. He died in 2020.
No way.
Yeah, in Connecticut. Ooh.
How old was he?
He was born in 1931. God, he was old.
He's not that old.
31? 1931?
Yeah, so he'd be 79.
That doesn't add up, does it? He'd be 69 in 2000 plus 20. He's like 90?
31, 20, 20. Oh, 89. I don't even know. I can't do math right now. I don't
Sorry,
know if
no,
that's right.
I'm just laughing at like these Google searches. How did Regis Philbin pass away? Like that's not
Passed
even a
away.
right question. Sorry. Okay.
I think that might be part of Google's AI, just like sticking.
All right. Well,
Random
rip,
questions together.
rip.
R.I.P.
Regis.
The ledge.
God, he looks really bad in the end. Look at
Really?
his eyes aren't straight.
Ooh.
Kind of got the Biden eyes.
Yeah, he's got like one
Like
half closed.
The
That
lights
might
are
be a
on, but
little
nobody's
facial
home.
surgery or something.
Ugh.
But-
Yeah. Okay. Anyway.
Have you been watching the NFL playoffs this year?
I've watched a couple. I am very pleased with that the Rams won.
As am I.
As I may have told you or may have told everyone, I am not a Rams fan. I am a Matt Stafford fan. And
I think a lot of people are.
so. His arm, he had that really, really bad pass that almost was intercepted, whatever, last night.
Yeah.
And and I think it was Tony Romo announcing that game. I can't remember.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wait, no. Tony Romo was doing that early game.
Yeah, he was doing the 49er game.
Yep.
But he, well.
Wait, that would have been the 49er game.
Hold on.
Was that the early game? No, the
No,
early game was
the Rams
Bengals.
won.
He did. Tony Romo
Weren't they
did the Bengals
playing
game.
someone else? Oh, they did. They were playing the 49ers. Never mind.
Yeah.
I was
Not
in a
important.
Bengals mindset for some reason. Anyway, yeah, everyone commented like, "Oh, Matt Stafford's not really got the zip on his long passes."
Yeah.
I was like, but he's old and
Maybe it was Tony Romo because I don't know. Doesn't matter.
it doesn't matter. I love Tony Romo. We've already talked about this
Mhm.
as an announcer.
Yeah, he's awesome.
Okay, sorry. Playoffs go.
So I've watched every single game. I slept through a little bit of the Bengals first game, but it's amazing. This is the most playoff football I think I've ever watched in a single season. I watched every game, as I said, and all of them have been good.
Yeah.
Like, pretty much all of them have been good.
That's the one thing this season specifically. It's like there hasn't really been a blowout,
Yeah,
like a murder.
and every time it looks like there's gonna be the team comes back.
Yeah, and
Like
it's
the
like
Bengals were down 18 or whatever.
that's what I mean. And you hope they never like call games to make it close or whatever. But it's like games where the teams are just either good or there's swings in momentum, and there's just all this like it's a good game.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I don't like these just annihilations by the end of the second quarter, and it's
Right.
like great. It's 43-10. Who's gonna win? I don't know.
Yeah, that Chiefs, what was it? Chiefs Bills game was insane.
I really wanted the Bills.
Me too. Yeah, that yeah. So who you got? Bengals or Rams? Sounds like you're rooting for the Rams.
I want the Rams to win. I don't like them as a team, but I like Matt Stafford.
Yep.
So I want Matt Stafford to have a ring. I think he deserves it.
Yep, I agree.
Bengals, honestly, I'm thrilled that the Bengals are in it.
Me too.
I mean, that's a team I'm like,
Those are the two
they kind
teams I was
of
rooting
came
for.
out of nowhere where I was like, who the hell? It's essentially the Cleveland Browns, but just in a tiger print.
Yeah.
Like who
across
is
the
this team?
state.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
Yeah, Joe Burrow's fun to watch. Him and Jamar Chase are cool.
Who is that dude?
I don't know.
Was it? I think was it Burrow Is he a backup quarterback or is he their starter?
He's our starter.
Okay, I think I heard, I don't know if it was a joke post or thing on Yahoo Finance, but it said like they've indefinitely sold out of Burrow jerseys or something. like the NFL's or the NFL shop or whatever is like right now we can't. There's like back orders for Burrow jerseys.
That's awesome. Did you hear that their kicker? It wasn't in the AFC Championship game. It was in the divisional round. They like get it down to just a few seconds left. He has it's tie game. He has a chance to go out and win it, and he starts to walk out on the field and just like, well, guess we're going to the AFC Championship game as he's walking out to kick it. And then obviously he makes it. And then he did this, well, he had a chance to win the game again in the AFC Championship game. I'm like, well, he's got to say it again, right? Like, guess we're going to the Super Bowl, because he can't just not say it and walk out there. Everyone's going to be sad.
Did he say it?
I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't see it today, but I bet he did. Said something smart like that.
Oh, you got to. Yeah, well, who's the head coach of the Bengals? Is he a Ute?
No idea.
Okay.
I think he is, actually.
There was a...
Because wasn't it like... Yeah, he must be, because there's a stat that came out, like, the 4 head coaches that were left in the playoffs were younger than Tom Brady.
Yeah. There was another... I don't know if it was a statistic or, like, maybe it was just a fun fact. Kind of a fun fact. Like, I think... Was it 4 out of 5 coaches in the playoffs or something were under the same head coach for one team or
really?
something? It was something weird like that where I was like...
That's crazy.
I said, I don't know if that's like, you know, if it's like they're all under John Madden or something. It's like these kids are like, they're 34. Like, who's the youngest coach? Is it the Rams coach or is it the
He's
Packers
probably not
coach?
the youngest anymore. I don't know.
Packers coach is like 35 or something. How weird is that with old time
Aaron Rodgers.
Darren Rodgers?
He's all grayed up. So Tom Brady unofficially retired.
What does that even mean? Like he just said it, but he's
no,
like he hasn't signed the papers.
He
or
didn't
what?
say it. Like a bunch of reporters said it.
Okay.
And then
he agreed.
His agent came out, and even like his brand TB12 tweeted out about him retiring, and then his agent came out and was like, "Well, I'm not going to confirm or deny any of the rumors, but you're going to hear it from Tom Brady officially first," or something like that. So, yeah, he's pretty much going to retire unless he comes back out of spite, just to be like,
"I'm back."
Yeah, just be like, "You said I was done." No,
I mean, he's still got it.
He could,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know. It's like you see, compared Tom Brady to Matt Stafford. I mean,
yeah,
Tom Brady's still got an arm. Stafford's, you know, he's falling apart. His knee has issues. He's, I don't know, the long balls kind of. But he played for the Lions for his whole damn career, so it's like,
yeah.
God, I feel bad for him at that point. Like, God, it's like, I mean,
it's tough. There was before the Lions, or it must have been before the Rams played the Packers this year. One of the Packers players, I don't even think he was trying to be mean about it, but it just came out that way, was like, yeah, Matt Stafford has always been good. He just played for the Lions.
I mean, it's like a compliment to Matt and then a diss to the Lions.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, it's like Adrian Peterson, right? One of the greatest running backs of all time, and he played for the Vikings.
Yeah.
Sorry.
The Vikings have won the division more than any other team. Actually, I think they have like
how many rings though?
Yeah, 0. Next year's our year. Kirky boy's coming back. It's gonna have the offense is gonna be good. Plus, they're gonna have Irv Smith back, so they'll actually have a tight end that's not a third stringer, and maybe pick up an offensive lineman in the draft. Couple defensive guys.
Yeah.
The pieces are in place.
All right. Well,
just you wait.
I will wait. Who's going to be our head coach? Who's the contender? They got a new GM, right?
Yep. Kwesi Adolfo Mensa. No, is that right? I said it.
Isn't
really
it the new
confidently.
lake they renamed Calhoun?
yeah, something like that. Yeah, I don't know. My brother was texting me today about Jim Harbaugh, and there's like he sent me like the list of final guys, but I'm convinced Jim Harbaugh is not leaving Michigan. Like he hasn't actually interviewed anywhere. He just talked to like he had unofficial conversations with a couple teams, but for all we know, the unofficial conversation was not interested. You know.
What? He's got a brother, doesn't he?
Yeah,
in the
John
NFL?
Harbaugh. Yeah,
I don't
he
like those
coaches
guys.
the Ravens.
One of those guys is psychotic, and I think it might be the Michigan dude.
I don't know.
Like he's screaming all the time. I don't know. I don't think he's a good fit for Minnesota.
I don't think I don't even know if I've ever seen either of them scream. Oh, maybe
Wasn't
Jim
one of
Harbaugh.
San Francisco's coach
Man,
for a while?
now I can't remember.
I don't know. I just remember the headset was around his neck and he was just screaming and he was like halfway, like he was at the hash mark pretty much.
It's a lot of coaches though.
I think it's more these guys. I don't know. I think it should be Brett Favre. Bring
Brett
him
Favre, a head coach.
head coach.
I don't think he would do it. I don't think he wants to. He
Okay,
didn't
Tony
even,
Romo.
He didn't even like coaching his like high school team or whatever.
Well, yeah, but
Tony Romo, that'd be sweet. He would do it.
I think I would be so engaged.
You would love it. So you do you think the Rams are going to win, or you just want the Rams to win? Give me your pick and the final score.
Ooh,
We'll write it down and see who's closest.
24-17 Rams.
Okay.
There's going to be 3
Um,
TD passes from Stafford.
I'm gonna say, well, just to be a contrarian, I'm gonna say Bengals. 31-30.
Damn.
And McPherson is gonna walk out there and say, "Guess what, boys? We're Super Bowl champs," and kick the game-winning field goal.
I'll allow it.
Yep.
Yeah, that'll be dope. That'll be interesting.
Guess what I'm doing next week?
You're going to the Super Bowl.
No.
Oh.
Going to Hawaii.
What's there?
Beaches. Volcanoes.
You going by yourself or?
No, me and Belinda.
Damn. That'll be fun.
Yep, it's gonna be sweet.
Resort, hotel, Airbnb.
We're doing a little island hopping. We got a hotel, a couple Airbnbs.
Dope.
It'll be sweet.
For a whole week?
Yeah, a little over a week.
Nice. That'll
I'm
be fun.
excited.
I've never been.
Neither have I. She has.
Of
when
course
she
she
was kids,
has.
but yeah.
Damn, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
I'm going to Wyoming at the end of February. Yeah. Or no, early March. And then at the end of April, I'm going to the Outer Banks. I'm going to North Carolina and Virginia.
Is that right?
Yeah, with my padre.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be really fun.
Boys trip?
Kind of a boys trip, yeah. My mom is going to Europe with my sister in like September or something. I don't even know. But
Girls trip.
yeah, so my dad was kind of like, checkmate, let's go. And I'm like, we've never done a boys trip before, so yeah, it'll be fun. I think we're kind of, I don't know, I'm seeking food. Maybe throw a couple breweries in there, but
Yep.
then get the sand between my toes and the Carolina beaches. We're gonna go to the Outer Banks. It's like you have to take a ferry, and it's like there's like 800 people that live on this little like strip of land off the coast.
That's awesome.
So it'll be pretty dope. We're flying into Raleigh. It'll be dope. Yeah, it'll be sick. I don't know. Got to plan her out, but doing that, and then I bought a bike.
Did you?
I bought a bike. Yep, pulled the trigger on it.
Nice.
So
Are we doing
Hopefully.
Ragbri this year?
is that in June or July?
July.
What weekend? Yes.
I'm not sure.
We doing a Thursday, Friday, or like what are we doing?
Well, my dad just sent me the route because they just announced it. So the first 3 days, you always start on the west side of the state. The first 3 days are like relatively short. The fourth day is 100 miles.
Easy.
And then I think it's a little bit short again.
Is coming in there somewhere?
Coming is not in there,
What?
unfortunately.
Oh.
Should I tell that story? So, no, we'll save that one.
All right.
That's a good one. I'll
Put
save
that one in your back pocket.
Anyway, yeah, Ragbri, July.
Is it $125 a register or?
I don't know. I'll have to look it up.
But okay, if you let me know the dates, let me know and I'll request it off.
Okay.
I
Yeah, I
need
don't know
to
if
hashtag train a lot.
I
though,
got a
but-
hashtag train too because I don't think I could bike 30 miles right now.
Okay, so this is maybe unpopular opinion or maybe looked as weird, but did you know you can buy like a little baby trailer, probably half the size of your table here, behind to go behind a bike?
Yeah.
And it's like $140.
What would you put in it?
Well, so that's
You're gonna like just throw some weights back there to train?
no. I'm gonna buy a paddle board. I think this summer,
Mm.
and those things are bulky as hell. It's an
Mhm.
inflatable one, so I'm just gonna throw it like the pack thing in that. I think, and then
Yeah.
it's like 2.5, 3, maybe it's 4 miles. I don't know, to Lake Minnetonka in Excelsior, from my place. So it's like I could just bike there with the stupid little trailer thing, and then pump up the board,
Mm-hmm.
paddleboard for a couple hours, grab a beer at Maynard's.
That sounds like
Deflate.
That sounds like a good plan.
So I might be like a Minnetonka hippie. It's like
be
Minnetonka hippie. But I could also ride all the way down to Lake Pryor.
Mm.
They got Charlie's on Pryor, which is a cool place. Anyway, yeah.
I don't think I've been to either of those places.
What? You've never been to Maynard's?
No, I don't think so.
I guess you're gonna have to. You and Belinda are gonna have to come visit me.
Maybe we should.
Chan happening. What up?
Chan happening, is that what you said?
That's what everyone, I guess, calls it. I don't really call it that.
You just did.
I do when I tell other people where I live.
Who have
but
you heard call it that?
I think Dallas is the only one.
Yeah, I wouldn't say that everybody calls
Chan
it.
happening.
Have you seen his new baby?
Yeah. Or no, I have not. Not in person. No, have you?
Yep.
What the hell? You got baby privileges?
Yep. I had to go pick up my calendar.
You cough on it?
I did not cough on
Okay.
the baby, sorry. Sorry to
Why did you
disappoint
apologize for that?
You seemed like you really wanted me to.
I didn't want you to. I just asked if you did.
It's okay. Dallas doesn't listen to this anyway.
Yeah.
Unless he's just waiting for us to say something about him so he can be like, hey!
And he'll let us know, I'm sure.
Oh, yeah, he would let us know.
No, that's that was a pleasant. That was honestly like a Christmas present for me when he sent that text or snap. The baby came on December 24th.
Mm-hmm.
So
Christmas Eve.
that kid's gonna be so goddamn spoiled.
Yep.
Christmas Eve. Oh, I got Christmas presents. Did Santa get you anything? Oh, the birthday fairy also came.
I don't know. I feel like if you have a birthday right around Christmas, you're not going to get as many presents.
Or you get twice as many presents because you're spoiled.
Or nobody gives a rip about your birthday.
Yeah.
It's all about Jesus.
Tona and Daga.
I called him Link.
Link. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Yep.
Like LINC or K.
Well, I said it out loud, so no official pronunciation spelling.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Sorry to let you down.
No, you're good.
I do have a thought that I wrote down.
Oh,
I wrote this down a couple weeks ago because I wanted to get your take on it. So this was something that popped in my head. I just wrote it down, and I'm going to read it again right now. Quote, "If your political affiliation has become part of your identity, you've taken it too far." Your thoughts?
yeah. I mean,
I saw a funny joke on the tweeters after Joe Biden got elected, and it said something like, I'm happy Joe Biden has been elected, but now I'm not gonna fly a flag with his name on it in my yard like a weirdo. Which I think it goes both ways.
Yeah. I mean, going with that as far as, I mean, it's identity politics, but it's like, I mean, people like, it's a constant doubling down on your side, quote unquote.
Yeah.
And people like don't even, that's why I'm so removed from politics now.
Yeah, me too.
All I know in this current day and age is like, the brief little clips I see on like LinkedIn or something. It's like, I mean, this is not a political statement, but it's like Joe Biden's got some dementia going on that cannot be ignored.
He's an old guy.
He's an old guy. No, and I know. I'm not, this, like I said, I'm not condemning him for, being a Democrat or whatever, but it's just like, when people say, well, you can argue the last president didn't have it all there. Joe Biden also said, have a merry, happy 2020. Like, he thought it was 2020. Or maybe he didn't think that, but he said that. And it's like, he didn't correct himself either. It's 2022, dude.
I don't know. I feel like when you're talking all the time like that, you're going to end up saying some dumb stuff.
I know,
like,
but
you can pull it out of context and stitch it all together in a compilation, and it sounds
yes, but there was also like, I mean, he and his wife were sitting like taking phone calls, and there was like a prank caller that said, "Let's go, Brandon," or whatever.
Yeah,
and he didn't get it. He was like, "Brandon," who's like, and his
okay, that's actually pretty.
You
funny.
can see his wife be like, "Oh God, like end this," and then he's like, "Oh, you must be from Oregon," and like it was just a really, really. And then like the prank caller hung up or whatever, but it was just like, hello. And then the wife's just like, oh, end this, please. Like,
maybe he was just like awkwardly trying to downplay it and pretend like he didn't get it.
If that's what it was did not sell me on it. I was really like, oh no, like I'm not even. Some people will be like, oh my gosh, she's not fit for office, blah blah blah. I'm just at this point, I'm like, oh, it's sad. It's kind of, I mean, it's really like I'm not even. Ugh.
I don't think you're really gonna offend that many people because his approval ratings are really bad, aren't they?
I don't even know, and I don't know. I'm not. It's not about any like politics at this point for me.
Yeah,
it's like anyone in office, I will be like straightforward and be like, that dude. The lights are on, but nobody's home. Like
there was a SNL sketch a couple weeks ago where Joe Biden's like, he's saying, I know how to stop the coronavirus. I need everyone to stop seeing Spider-Man. He's like, if you look at the graph of when the new Omicron variant really started to take off in the US, it was 2 weeks after Spider-Man was released in the theaters. And someone is like, are you saying that people should stop seeing movies at the theaters? You think that's why the spread is happening? He's like, no, I'm saying stop seeing Spider-Man. It's pretty funny.
What was I gonna say? Oh, I have to get this off my chest because I watched a movie this weekend.
Yep.
Have you heard of it? It's a sci-fi movie on Hulu, I think. 2067.
I have not.
Okay, it was probably one of the worst.
The camera just died. LOL.
Well, maybe that's a sign.
Change the battery pack.
Is that a sign? Is it recording still?
No.
Okay, it's just dead. Okay.
I kind of thought that might happen. I didn't charge the battery.
All right, all good. Anyway, 2067 was a terrible horseshit movie. You should watch it and say how much you hate it.
Seems like I don't want to watch it.
Okay, well, it was pretty bad. It was very bad.
If you remind me, I'll watch it though.
It was like a time, I was like, oh, interested, kind of a time movie. Didn't make any sense.
Is it like futuristic sci-fi?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like the Earth is dying, it has no oxygen, then they like somehow go transfer to like 400 years in the future to find out what the cure was for this oxygen depletion thing. And I don't know, it just like the story really didn't make sense as far as the time goes. So they say, oh, like they get a message from the future. It says, okay, send Ethan White. Okay. I'm not spoiling anything, by the way, because it's a shit movie. But it's but they're like the message.
Doesn't matter.
Like they find this like connection thing with the future, and they're like, oh my gosh, there's a message it sends. It says send Ethan White. He's just like a coal mine worker or something. I don't know. And they're like, oh, why me? Blah blah blah. Whatever. They somehow send him. They only have enough energy to send one person. Whatever. They send him. He gets there. He eats some diarrhea berries. Almost dies. Whatever. Then he finds a skeleton in the jacket he's wearing that says Ethan White. He's like, oh my gosh, a skeleton of me. It doesn't make any sense with the timeline. Like, and they don't explain any of it because he doesn't go back. It's not like a loop. It doesn't make any sense. Like, you're like, he's never been there before. So how is his body a skeleton? Like it's like they didn't explain it, and it was just so bad, and it was just the actor cries for like 3/4 of the movie, like ugly cry, and it's like not great. I don't know. I suggest everyone watch it, and then in the comments below, tell me what you think.
DM us on Twitter, Instagram at CouchBeersPod.
Yeah,
CouchBeersPodcast@gmail.com for email.
Automatic.
Hit us up. Automatic.
Still is.
Should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap her up.
All right.
All right.
Welcome back.
Welcome
Couch
back,
Beers.
2022.
Welcome
Let's
back,
make it a
Couch
good one.
Beers Republic.
Whoop whoop.
Love ya.
Love you. Talk to you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye.